Kasalelia, Mang President. My name is Stephanie Edward. I'm here representing your island nation of the Federated States of Micronesia at the One Young World Summit in Bangkok. And I hope that this message will lend support for you, President Christian, as you convene with your fellow world leaders on climate change. The resounding consensus is for all nations to reduce carbon emissions to help combat climate change. And although I recognize the importance of this resolution, I also understand that as a small island nation, we aren't a very significant contributor of these carbon gases. We can still do our part in calling for these larger nations to reduce their carbon emissions and hold them accountable, but that's really the extent. Our action now in creating conservation and preservation campaigns such as the Micronesia Challenge is exactly what we need to be doing, because climate change for us isn't a looming threat. It's here. It's already at our shores. I exhort you, Mr. President, on behalf of my fellow youth and the future of our small nation, to take a more local but plausible and practical course in fighting climate change in the promotion and enforcement of these campaigns. Larger nations are still sitting on the sidelines of this issue because they haven't seen or felt the direct effects of climate change. We see it every day in our rising ocean levels. We see it in our irregular crop growth, in our depleting marine life. We are at the forefront of climate change and are one of the vulnerable and will be one of the first nations to lose everything. In showing these large nations that we are a fighting nation, doing everything we can to keep our islands, our homes, our very heritage, it can create a greater sense of stewardship and responsibility in these larger nations to join the fight alongside us, because in saving the small island nations, we inevitably save the world. I am ecstatic to have this opportunity to voice my concern and work with you in solidarity to combat this life or death crisis, and I have no doubt that you will lead your nation in promoting and enforcing action that will help mitigate global warming. We need to establish ourselves locally if we are to make an impact globally. Kalangan, Kamagar, Gula, Giriso, thank you.